Recap your Cleveland Browns tweet for everybody.
Well, I think that all you see right now is, hey, the Browns are considering Baker Mayfield, or the Browns are considering Josh Allen, or the Browns are considering taking quarterbacks at 1 and 4. And I think that it's a lot more simple than that. I think John Dorsey knows who he's going to pick. He's not telling anybody close to him. He's not telling his friends. He's not telling Scott McCloughan. And I don't think he's telling Hugh Jackson either. Just from everything I've heard about the way they've operated the last few months, Hugh is on the hot seat. He's going to be coaching for his job. So John's not going to be picking guys according to Hugh's mold for offensive players. It's going to be according to what John thinks is in the best interest of the long-term success of the football team. And, that's not like – those aren't observations that generate headlines, but I don't think it's as complicated as we're portraying it.
But how do we know that he's not telling his people? Like, who's reporting that information? If nobody else is talking, how do we know that, he's not giving any kind of information to his team?
Well, I think a lot of people have reported that, people in the Browns organization say that they're considering so-and-so or so-and-so was in high consideration. Mm-hmm. But it would be in absolutely John's worst interest to talk to his staff about his plan at number one. Obviously they have a board and they have people that they like and they've people that they've scouted that they feel are worthy of the 1 and 4 picks. But John knows right now who he's picking at 1, and it would make no sense for him to tell anybody. He has nothing to gain in telling anybody in that organization what his plan at 1 is.
Well, the information I got was that it was Allen and Baker Mayfield and that Sam Darnold wasn't in the mix, which surprised me because if I'm the Browns, I would take Sam Darnold. So this wasn't that somebody – the person who told me is not talking to somebody in the Browns organization in management. I want to be careful here. So and there's no agenda to it. It was just I was surprised that Sam Darnold was not in the mix, that it was Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen. I think that was the news, that Mayfield was back in and maybe Sam Darnold was not. So, whatever that information does to this process moving forward, I'm not sure, but that's what I was told.
I'd be shocked if John hadn't already come to a decision on the single player that he's going to pick, more than 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I don't think that Darnold is out of consideration. And I think that when names like Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield are thrown out there, and by the way, every single quarterback in the top from the first round of this draft has been tied to the Browns at 1 at some point or another. And I think that, in putting out information indirectly or directly that says, hey, we're still looking at this guy, we're still considering this guy, you are enticing teams like the Giants or the Jets at 3 or the Broncos at 5 to look at that and say, hey, maybe we do need to trade up to 1, or maybe we do need to trade up to 2 to get our guy, because now the Browns are talking about how Josh Allen isn't going to be available beyond 1.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.